Hello and welcome to Jeremy's Yorkshire allotment adventures. I'm at the end of my day here on the allotment. It's now about 4:30 and dusk is settling in. My robin is still chirping away and has been most of the day. Been quite nice here today. A bit of sunshine, a bit of blue sky. Not too cold actually. I've done tidying up now in my greenhouse here and I've started, well, chitting my potatoes. Yes, I bought my earlies and I've actually got some main crop as well. So sit back, relax, put your feet up, have a cuppa, and welcome to the show. Under here, I have 2 sets of potatoes and some garlic. They're now here to chit, sit quietly in the greenhouse, slightly warm. I've put them under these cloches here just to give them a bit more heat, so not freezing cold at night. I brought my temperature gauge in now, so we'll see what it's like in here overnight time, because it does drop, it does get cold, but as long as they're not like freezingly cold, they'll do fine. When you buy potatoes, it's always really exciting to see the first seed potatoes coming out. You want to dash towards them and pick the ones with like roots and coming out all together immediately. You don't want those because it means they've been cold, they've not had enough sunlight, and they're shooting again, so they're growing too fast. You want naturally over the next few weeks, 4 weeks or so right to the beginning of March. So this is just probably 5 weeks from here. Allowing them just to chit, so they grow naturally, grow green shoots. That's what you want. You don't want, and here's a photograph, I'll show you what I mean. You don't want these shoots really. So what I've done, I've had them about, I think I've 5 or 6 out of a whole bag of potatoes. So I've just gently taken them off, and they will naturally grow again in here in this fantastic environment. I've got a variety called Pentland Dell main crop, and these were cost me, and it's the only time, oops, hello, it's the only time actually that I spend proper money, really. I try to get everything else reduced or grow from seed. Well, I suppose these are seed, but I bought them Scottish variety again. They do love the Scottish environment, the seed potatoes. And these are called Pentland Dell main crop, which means 12 to 22 weeks in the ground, actually. So these will go in early March. And then, of course, you've got 12. So, June, July, August, late on in the year. Allow them to develop, put them in with lots of manure, but that's miles away. So, yeah, these are lovely, apparently, really creamy mash, and they're blight resistant for almost everything. It says here. In fact, I've got a picture of the actual sheet that comes with these. So here's that photograph. And on the next one, we'll talk in detail more about this variety of potatoes. So yes, very, very good. £4 for about 20 seeded potatoes. Under here, I've got a very special selection of potatoes. And I will talk about that next time here on the allotment. Well, I'm back in the greenhouse, and I've started to sow my chilli seeds. Chillies have a really long germination period. Well, I say germination, what I mean is from seed to actual chillies, it takes a long time. Obviously, chillies do like a bit of a heat in the greenhouse. Now, here in the greenhouse recently, over the last week, it's been down to minus 8.5, which is average is 9.7. And that's centigrade, of course. So 16.7, and top one was 50. It's actually slightly going up because it's very warm here today. It's lovely. It's the first time, I think, in almost 2 weeks, we've got a day here without any rain at all. The sun's out, the birds are singing, and we've got blue skies. I'm sowing again my cayenne peppers, the really hot ones that I had a real success with last year. And it says from February to April, seedlings should begin to pop through between 7 and 21 days. I'm going to help them out here because I'm very lucky. I have electricity here on my allotment, and so I can therefore use a heated mat. And what we'll do is we'll get this underneath the seed trays, obviously it will heat very gradually, very slowly, because I can set the temperature of this. And what also it does, and I'm going to pop it under the light as well. I'm very lucky. I've got it's an old grow bag here, look, and it's black inside, which means it will keep the light within here. And I'll pop those under that, which means it will encourage them to grow naturally and slowly. You don't want these to shoot up. You want them to naturally come through as slow as they want to do it, with a gentle heat around them, so that they can germinate nicely. Now, what I've done is I've put 3 seeds per tray. In fact, here's a photograph of what I've done. So as you can see, I've got 2 lines of seeds, and they're from the packet. What I've then done is I've got a pepper, and I've taken the seeds directly from the pepper, but in that side I've only got 2 seeds, and they're directly from the pepper now. So we'll see which come. Obviously the ones from the pepper are hydrated. They're swollen because they've actually got water in them, whereas the others have to hydrate first, and then it brings them to life. So hopefully now they're all touching the soil, and I'm going to put some soil on top and get some lovely chili peppers out of those. I look forward to that. So I'm going to carry on here. Over here I've got my potatoes that are chitting. In fact, we might pop outside and talk about the potatoes. The whites I've got all the way from Boston in Lincolnshire, from a family of farmers called Grants. And well, they very generously donated some potatoes to me, but I'll talk all about that when we're outside in the beautiful sunshine. Cracky me, as we say in Yorkshire. That sun is really bright, and as I said, we've not had it for quite a long time. It's been dreary and cloudy and just rain all the time, drizzle, not got any life in it at all. But now, beautiful sunshine, and I'm squinting, so I do apologise. So, potatoes. These are all the way, as I say, from Boston in Lincolnshire, near the coast, and these are Class A potatoes. They're white, obviously, and they're just absolutely, it's such a fantastic all-rounder. I've used them ever since I've had them, and I got gifted them just before Christmas, and just amazing potatoes. They gave me a whole bag, and here's a photograph of that said bag. And as I say, they're from Boston in Lincolnshire, from a family of farmers called Grants, and amazing people, such generous people. They've got a huge farm area, and they do loads and loads of vegetables, but they're famous for these. And what they said to me was, when they got the bag, because I know I've got an allotment, you can cut these in half and start to chit them. Well, I've not cut them in half because I've got so many of them. I've just decided to chit them. And I said, I'm going to have a go with these. And these, as I said, they came in the bag. Now, what you have to be very careful of potatoes is, I think I said this the other day actually, you don't want those big white shoots. You want these to establish their own beautiful little shoots. Let them slowly develop. There's no rush to get these in the ground yet. So they'll just potter along in the greenhouse. Don't need massive of heat, although we are going to get some heat in there now, because I say I've just planted my lovely, lovely cayenne peppers, hot chilies, fantastic. So these are very now starting to put some new shoots out, and hopefully they will well, produce some more fantastic potatoes. Be interesting to see how many we get out from one potato, won't it? I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, very, very lucky. Thanks to the Grants and their farms, and well, I look forward. As I say, I've been having these all-round potatoes, just incredible, since just before Christmas. Isn't it fantastic? Can't wait to see what happens with these. Well, thanks for watching Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. I'm going to continue collecting seeds from my poppies. I might even collect some bay leaves from here. It's great to have you on board. Thanks for all your comments, and I'll see you next time here in Jeremy's Yorkshire Allotment Adventures. Ta-ra for now.